Okay, yeah, whatever. I got some sleep, and I'm ready to play more of the message from deep space. Look, it's just one of those games, man. It's one of those games that just has me enthralled. I think about it when I'm laying in bed at night. So we gotta play some more. As long as you're watching it, I'm gonna keep playing it. I haven't read any of the comments on the last episode. I haven't uploaded it yet. So you guys might have told me that I'm an idiot and should die. I don't know. I don't know. We're just gonna roll with what we got here. We have a new signal, -17, which is good. We still have our ins and outs and T's, right? Which I think is still fine for right now. We just have to understand what this is now. So what's interesting is we have wait, there's a lot going on in this one, man. There's a lot going on in this one. I did also get a really good bit of advice, which is to basically create like a symbol for we don't know, right? And I'm just gonna call it like and a or something along those lines. That way we don't have the giant big decode garbage taking up the screen. Instead, this is a little bit more straightforward to unpack. So we have a new and a that's somewhere in here. Then we have a 0 in with a at T0 in 1 2 out compared with a T1 in 3 5 out. And then we close, I'm assuming, that entire thing with this out, which would be this in, right? So this is how I'm envisioning this is like another T, right? This is like a T above the T. It's like a nested T, right? So maybe we would call this nest for right now. But let's try to understand what exactly we have here. So with 0, does 0 mean anything to us? Because I'm going to tell you, it really doesn't. Neither does 1. Neither does 2. And then 0 equals and a. So then what is x? Well, if and a equals 0 here, my fear is that x is like a big long line of stuff. But I want to try 3 in. Okay. That makes sense. I mean, I didn't necessarily think that was right. I was just following the pattern, right? 0 in, 1 in, 2 in. The problem is there's really no pattern here necessarily. Well, okay, that's not necessarily true. Because there's a pattern in the sense that at 0, it's 1, 2, 3, 5. At 1, it's 2, 3, 8, 7. But then at 2, it's 1, 2, 3, 5. So then, could x be this, like, entire thing of T0? It would be this, right? So it would be 3 in, and then T0 in... Sorry, that's not right. T0... I already screwed it up. T0 in, 1 question 2 out. 1 question 2 out. And then there's another question. And then T1 in... Sorry, it's the middle one, though. So it's 2 and 3. I gotta back this up. This is 2. I do not expect this to be correct. Let that be very well known. 8, 7, out, out. 8, 7, out, out. Try it. This would be the pattern, right? It's sending a lot of data. Okay. Very fair. Very fair. And A. Is it the mathematical formula that has to be wrapped around this? Is it potentially, I mean, something in here, right? We know exponents. Square roots. Yeah. Exponent raised to a half. You have logarithms. Yeah. Absolute values. Yeah. 2 in, 1 in, 0 in. 0 in and 2 in are the same. And then you have an and A, but then you have a 0 equals and A. So what is X? I can't say that I have even the slightest clue what X is in this scenario. I think we can at least make well, we know that this would be 0. So 0, 0 in, 0, 0 in, 0, or 1 in, 0, 2 in, 0, 3 in, man. Did I do this right? So this is 2, 3, 8, 7. But then 3 in. Out, out. I mean, that's all identical to that for right now. And we tried just 3 in. Have we tried just 3? I mean, could it just be 3? No, you don't like 3. And it probably isn't 0, right? Okay. Idea available. What do you guys got? You liked me putting in 0. You're like, he's at least thinking. What? But and A is 0. Is and A 0? Yeah? I think the meteorite glitched. Though it is logically true, it does not mean we gave the transmission the meteor is awaiting. Which is a good thing, really. Why? I wish the meteor would always accept true statements, not just some exact response. By rejecting statements that are always true, each transmission compels us to get at the core meaning. No tautology is accepted by the meteor. We have to demonstrate some understanding or mastery to advance. Unless they write x equals 0, then our response will just be 0. Yeah, I do understand that. It is a vast misunderstanding of what this means, though, which is the problem. If this is part of Group 13, man, I can't see it yet. This was our previous one, so this was our T0 and T1 and F0 and F1, so this is your inputs to this. So could it be that and A is always the input? If 0 goes into this, then it's... I still think and A is... But they're all 0 because we know and A is 0. Unless it's like and A plus 1. I mean, is there a chance that and A 1 plus? I mean, that seems really not correct to me. Just give it 1. They're incrementing by 1, so maybe... I don't think it's a number is the problem. I think that this is teaching me something far bigger than that. We could try, like, in, 2, 3, out. But I don't think that's going to be right either. We can try the whole thing, right? Which would be T0 in, 2, 3 out, T1 in, 8, 7 out. But I don't necessarily think that's right either. It's compiling on the back end. You technically have the outs and the in. But, like, we know the and A is here already. But they skipped this line and put in the 0 equals and a instead. Which I unfortunately don't have, like, any clue what that could mean. And you guys wouldn't have any real notes or anything at this point. What about our reference? Could it be, We're still in some kind of, like, I thought about this last night, and I wanna toy with it. What if we make this... Oh, you like that, huh? That's not a word. Does it have to be? No, it doesn't. I disagree. We're building a vocabulary, are we not? Yes, but formatting structure, syntax, that's all part of the language. If this definition holds, all the merrier. Okay. The fact that you liked that makes me feel good about this. Dr. Akers, you're unusually quiet. Oh no, I've said my piece. A word named close parentheses makes sense, I guess. What a diva. Got that right. So here's why I wanted to do that, right? Because in a sense, I still think these are kind of coordinates, right? It's plugging some value into one spot or another. So this is it's effectively a coordinate. So maybe this is reasonable to me. I'm hoping I read the comments on today's episode that'll go out and you'll all be like, yeah, man, you should have done parentheses and now I'll be one step ahead of you. But does this change, like, any part of me? Because I really don't think it does. I understand that this is the next part. We could also probably do no space before and after these. Well, I guess after at least. So no space on him. And then this would be no space before. And then recompile, that'll look a little nicer. Yeah. Which makes me want to make the question mark. The fact that it's I've gotten used to using question mark for what it's worth, but I do still kind of like, we already had colon. I don't know, maybe I still just like question mark for that. Even though it really should be a colon. What was this guy? I don't even remember. This was just like the separator. You can be a semicolon, and then we're going to make question mark a colon. This makes me feel like I'm doing something, when in reality I'm literally not accomplishing anything. But this now gives us... These are always like a comparison of some kind. So 2, 3 to 8, 7. 1, 2 to 3, 5. And then we know that and a is 0 here. Now, what's weird is they do 0 equals and a, not and a equals 0. Which is peculiar, I suppose, but it's not super abnormal. It's just, what is x then? I mean, like, again, I really don't think... Oh, I just took a screenshot. I really don't think it's a single... What the hell? It's 2? Okay. Why was it 2? How'd you make the info tab? Did you just know all that stuff? No, Doppler gave me money to buy encyclopedias. You can do that? Yeah, Dr. Doppler would pretty much give you money to do anything if you just ask. Oh, good. I think the noble Dr. Akers is due for a pay raise. Not like that. Ah, worth a shot. Okay. Cool. So that was 2, huh? Can we take a look at that, please? So this somehow is 2. I do not have any good reason why that should be 2. 2, 3, 8, 7. 2, 3, 8, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5. I can't even for the life of me understand why that would be the case. And then this is just, I mean, this is gobbledygook. Let's at least separate this guy to be new line before and after. Because that'll... This is pretty gross, man. So 0 is T0, T1. 1 is T0, T2. 2 is T4, T3. 3 is X. And then $A1 equals A3. So 1 is A3. So then, I mean, 3 is T0, T2. I can follow the logic here, but I have no idea what you're doing. Yeah. I mean, I'll take it, I guess, but that doesn't mean I understand it. Oh, our newest term is -20? We are missing 18 and 19. Oh no, you know what that means. Unhappy dictionary, unhappy life. I don't understand. Okay. So 0 is T0, 0, 0, T1, 0, 5. And then 0, -20 equals 5. And then A is 1080 with 1 -20 equals 7. And then 2. Okay. I mean, let's think about this. So whatever the value is under our and A goes in the first slot of T0. But then, I mean, bro, what the hell's the math here? So this was a 5. This was a 7. So it's whatever's getting added to this. So you're adding 7 here. You're adding 5 here. So this would be adding 1. Or are you 1? I don't have... Okay. Yeah? Do I know why? No. No, I don't. I really don't. But that's okay. Okay. Yeah. So, F0 squared... F0 squared, F1 squared. F0 squared plus F1 squared equals F3 squared. This is the Pythagorean theorem. Okay? So F2 squared would be 25 plus 144, right? Which 25 plus 144 is 169. This is just 169. This is the Pythagorean theorem, man. Really? If it is the Pythagorean theorem, well, okay. I get it. I'm not even going to look at the idea. I understand it. Because you want me to put it in the squared notation. So this is just... I mean, am I stupid here? It's 169. But maybe you want me to do 5 comma 2 squared plus 12 comma 2 power, because you want me to do this like the Pythagorean theorem. I'll look at your idea. That's fine. You're gonna tell me things I already know. I can tell already. You three, take a look at this. I rewrote it from F's to letters because that gels better in my head. Okay, here's the math equation I got. X squared plus Y squared equals Z squared. Any bells ringing? Acres, you made a good find. Oh, yeah? That is the Pythagorean theorem. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I wrote about it earlier in the reference tab, under math, under distance. Good find, good find. So you can call me Eagle Eye Allen now? I think I've earned the title? No, it was worth a shot. Yeah, I understand it's the Pythagorean theorem, man. So... What am I missing from it, right? Go look at the math here. Where is it? Reference. Math. Distance. Pythagorean theorem. 5 squared is 25. 12 squared is 144. Right? I'm not stupid. Yeah, it's 144. Which means that F2 sorry, it's 12. No, it's not. It's 160. It's the square root of 169, which is 13, right? Sorry, I'm stupid. I'm not undoing the square. Yeah. It's been a while. Okay, it's been a while. We're fine. All right, we're back to this nonsense again. I think that and A goes with negative 20. We're going to call negative 20 and B for right now, until we have a better understanding of what it is. Because I don't understand what it is. We solved it, but I don't understand what it is. In my head, this is like 3, 4. But I know that's not right, right? In my head, it could also be 3, because it's what the addition is. It could also be 4. But I don't believe either of those are correct. I think you need something a little bit more complicated here. Because this entire thing equals X. Could it be like the slope of the line? So we have 0, 0, and then you have 3. We'll pretend it's 4, and then you would have... I mean, could it be the distance between those points? Is this actually just the distance formula? And you're lining me up for distance. Okay, hold on. So if we grab the distance formula here. So it would be x0 minus x2. So that's 0 plus... It's 1. The distance is just 1. It's the square root of 1. The square root of 1... This isn't right. I don't have this right. So consider t0 to be x. So 0 minus 0 squared is 0. Plus y minus y. So that's 3 minus 4. That's negative 1. Squared is 1. It's a square root of 1. Could and A be square root? Could and B be the square root? I don't think either of these is right, but let me... So, and A1 and B1. I'm also going to just try to put in the square root of... So this would be raised... It would be 1 raised to the 1/2, to the 0.5. The square root of 1 is 1. Yeah, that's a good point. But that's not right. It feels like you're trying to get me to do something with the points. I mean, could it be a circle? But you have 2 points, right? Or are you having me do distance again? Is this your way of teaching me that this format, this is the distance, like A is distance? So it would be, but it's 2 points, man. It's 2 points. Which leads me to think again that it's this because you have 2 points, right? Am I doing the distance right? Let me, this is where I'm going to just do a small, because 1 doesn't feel like the correct answer to that, so maybe I'm screwing something up. Distance between 0, 0 and 3, 4. That distance is 5. Humor me, because I'm doing math incorrectly. Put in 5. Okay, it is the distance, man. Okay. Last transmission was tough to piece together. Maybe for you. It was for me too. Nice solve, Dr. Elenke. Nice solve to me too. What, I helped too. Okay. So if that is distance, first of all, we need to figure out how to do it correctly. So $B is distance, and $A is basically math, right? So let's get some nonsense here. So this is math, and this is distance. And let's recompile this and see if this makes sense. So our math distance equals 8. Yeah, man, this actually makes so much sense. I hate that this makes sense. I hate that it makes sense. Okay, so then let's do some MF and algebra, okay? So I'm so dumb. I'm so dumb, man. This is 4 minus 4. I did the points together. So this is 4 minus 4 squared. This distance, I hate the fact that I don't remember basic math, man. This is sad. It's plus that minus that. I put in the wrong variables. I'm stupid. So then that minus 0 minus x squared. So if our distance is 8, this needs to be the square root of 0 plus 0 minus x squared. So some value, which in this case, since it's 0, is really just x squared. This needs to equal 8. So then this would have to be the square root of 64, which means x is 8. It's the distance, man. Yeah. Yeah, I'm in. I'm in. I'm in. This feels good, to be honest with you. This feels good. It feels like we finally figured out something. I think what I need to reprogram my brain in this game a little bit. And I need to accept the fact that you're allowed to be lost in it. Like you're allowed to look at something and go, I have no idea what is happening, because later on they're going to slowly drip feed the why to you. And I need to trust them to give me the why. It's okay to be lost as hell. The why will come. I just have to figure out why. They gave me the Pythagorean theorem because they're going, hey, we're dipping into math, okay? The last part was math. You need to understand the math, okay? So here our distance is 1. So you want the 2 points that are a distance of 1 apart from each other. And that would have to be 0, 0, and 0, negative 1. So give me 0, 0, comma, 0, negative 1. I do think that my formatting is probably incorrect here. And my bet is that you need a question mark in the middle. They're going, you're right, but you have the wrong syntax. Give me the question mark. Okay, you hated that. 1 entry not found. I changed it from question mark, man. That's because they are a question mark now. Colon is question mark. Oh, what if it's just T0, comma T3? Because it's the tracker error. So T0, comma T3. It could be a colon as well. Try a colon here. I may have to look at the syntax in the previous one to fully wrap my head around this. Yeah, man. Yeah. Oh, it feels good. Oh, it's like cutting a hot knife through butter, man. That is good stuff. Holy frick, that's good stuff. Okay. I actually got a rush from that. That felt amazing. Alright, team, give me something. I'm begging you. Tell me, are they a silicon-based life form? Do they come with a gift of knowledge? Have you all become unstuck from time? Is it all a circle? Is it a torus? Doppler, please, I might suggest more sleep. Bah! There's no amount of sleep coffee that can fix. I think you said that wrong. Never mind. We do have quite some demonstrable progress now. We have eclipsed 80 transmissions and I've organized what we've gathered thus far. We started from some baseline understanding. Bautista insisted I call this Hello World. Then we learned how to format numbers, perform basic math operations, group items, work with unknown values, graph equations. Oh, okay, yeah, sure. And use exponents. Good. Dr. Collins, is there more on your mind? I feel we're chipping away towards something. It's still math for now, but I sense these transmissions, the meteor, it's bridging us towards more conventional communication. Soon, the meteor's transmissions will really mean something. Keep it up. The translation has come quite far. Continue to do good. Not quite as thrilling as your progress, but tonight, I bring another Employee of the Week trophy. I think I deserve this one, man. I really do. It's the Bradley Doppler Knight of Honor trophy. Bradley Doppler Knight of Honor. These are my kids' trophies. They earned them. And now we have some of you. So who gets the trophy for this week? Oh, I'm holding my breath. Is it Dr. Olenki, the driving force of this whole mission? Is it for the astronomer, the astrophysics consultant? Is it our reigning champion, Dr. Bautista? Nope, this is for Dr. Carrie Collins for her incredible work in analyzing each and every transmission, as well as grouping similar transmissions together in the log. Thank you, Dr. Doppler. I'll proudly take it home with me. I thought I earned this one, frankly. Actually, no, we got to keep those here. These are my kids. I got to bring them back home eventually. They'd be quite sad if they visited home to find their trophy shelves barren. Speaking of home, you four should head home. Will do. Okay. Dop, Acres, I want to see the meteorite again. And let's try next week. Now let's get some rest. Okay. You guys also mentioned the periodic table at the top has circled elements on it, and it spells out something that we should probably spell out and figure out. One of you will do it, and then I'll just heart the comment, and that'll be easier to wrap my head around. Okay, good. Very good. Exhausted but the good kind, I reckon. Long week capped off by an even longer day somehow, but we've come far, I can feel it. Making the reference tab is less interesting than confetti, but probably more important. Dear Diary, why are signals 18 and 19 missing? Whenever signals are introduced non-sequentially, I wonder why. Finally found a good burger place. Okay. I feel pretty good about this past week. I was hurting, but the game gave me a nice pat on the back. And now I feel I might have the... Okay, well, I might have the support of my YouTube comment section. It won't let me type anymore, so we'll read that one at the end. Sure, Carrie can fill up the entire damn line, but I can't do jack diddly. Fair enough, man. Fair enough. Okay, we're doing more math. That's exciting. New signal for negative 18. This is probably some other calculation, right? Or some other grouping of math, but we're doing math, right? We're doing all kinds of math. We have maybe a distance here. T1, we're just missing stuff in general, which is very intriguing. This is a long thing. So we have 0003. Dude, this is making me want to turn this into a comma to be proper. You know what? I'm swapping it. I'm switching you to... Yeah, understood. I'm switching you to P for right now. I'm switching this to comma. And they like it because that's what it is, man. Clean. Yeah. And then you're just a colon for right now. Or even a semicolon's probably cleaner. I already have semicolon, fair enough. I don't even remember what the hell I used semicolon for. Recompiled this now, so now we can like very clearly see the coordinates. I kind of want to graph this. So let's do that. We have 0, 0. We have 0, 3. And then we have 4, 3. I can't see this, bro. What if we make it smaller? So you got 0, 0, 0, 3. 4, sorry, that's not right. 0, 3 would be here. And then you have 4, 3 is over 4 up 3. This is a square so far. This is going to be the area of a square, man. Then you have 4, 0. Yep. Okay. And then you have nothing. And that's one of them. And you're saying T0, T3. T0, T3. So T0 was 0, 0. T3 was 4, 0. So you're saying there's a line in here as well. So it looks something like this. And then we just have... That's all negative 18. So it's this box is what it is. Do you think it's area? I think you just want me to form the line between them. So let's make our own just to make this a little cleaner. So make this a little cleaner, he says, and then makes the ugliest graph ever. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 1, 4, so that's here. It's just hard to do this with a mouse, man. 1, 0 is here. 0, 0 is here. And then 0, 4 is here. And then before, it wanted the line here. So, I mean, try me T0, T3 again. Because that's what it was. So T0, T3. And is that the right syntax? Yeah, it is. So try that. Yeah, it likes that line. You teaching me a slope? Is that what's going on here? Come to think of it, the Happy Dictionary ideal. It's telling of something. Why aren't the signals all just in numerical order? What do you mean? Why isn't negative 3 the third sub-zero signal we encounter and negative 4 the fourth? Holes in our dictionary. No clue. Yeah, you're teaching me something, but I don't know. I don't know what the hell it is. So then, let's unpack this again. I wish that I had a tool to just draw straight lines. That was pretty good, man. Okay. What do you want from me? I didn't even do anything, man. It seems to me they're broadening the definition of 18 undefined through varying examples. Uh-huh. Any chance you could broaden the meaning of that sentence through varying examples? Sorry, that was wordy. Transmission is displaying the flexibility of 18 undefined. Last transmission, the 18 undefined was constructed from 4 maths. This time only 3 maths. It's a shape, man. This isn't math, it's point. It's creating a point on a... It's a graph, is what math is. And then 18 is a shape. It can take different forms, also known as a friggin' shape, brother. Okay, yeah. So 18 is a shape. And then this is not math. It's a point. Is it a point? I'm gonna call this graph for right now. And I'm okay with this. Because it's telling me what to do. Okay? And I'm good at following directions. So this is 0, 0. And then 1, 0. Okay. and then 0, 1. It's a right triangle. Okay? And then T2, X. So T2 was 0, 1. You want the diagonal down to T1. Because you're still teaching me slope in some weird way. You don't like that. Is it just 1 because you're teaching me the slope still? I'm stuck on slope, man, and I think that because that would be the slope, right? 0, 1 to 1, 1 is mx plus b, where m is the slope and x is just it's just x. I mean, this is negative x if we're going down, but try T0 because that would be the other option here. Yeah, you like T0. So why was it T0 instead of T1? Side just trying to help. Sorry, I wasn't looking at that. Okay. So what are we learning from this guy here? The fact that it's slightly curved because of the CRT monitor is also annoying as hell, man. So we have T0, T1, T1, T2, T3, T4, T2, T0, and then the shape. So this is, let's just assume, here's T0, here's T1, then we have T1, T2, which let's say that T2 is 2. Then we have T3, T4, which is completely different. So we'll say that's there. And then you have T2, T0, which would be here. So the one that's missing is this one, which would be T... I mean, this is an insane way to think about this, right? But if we're doing, like, fill in the shape, you're missing a... Everything has the T2. So this is like T3, T2. T3, T2. It could be T4, T2. It could also be T... I feel like you're giving me the idea because you're kind of close. And I think that that's kind of crazy that I'm kind of close. Or it's just when I get two things wrong. I don't know, man. They gave me another idea before. I suspect we're working with parts of a whole. Yeah, it's looking like they've given us 4 parts and 1 whole. So we have to make 1 shape from the 4 graphs. But we might not even need one of these graphs. Oh, take a look. If a graph contains a T that doesn't match with any others, then they can't even connect. Good observation. Dr. Olenki, let's figure out how these graph pieces together. And what was this one, man? I feel like we're close. I'm stuck. Collins, Batista, Dr. Olenki, anybody? Based on the X, we have to supply the graphs that make shape 0. Oh, okay. Well, T3, T4 doesn't matter, then. We enter all 4 and we're on our merry way. I feel like I can hear the numbers crunching. All 4 graphs may not be necessary. At least 3 are required to make 1 shape. But if 1 graph does not share any T's, then it cannot connect to form the 1 shape. Gotta ignore the odd one out when building the transmission. Yeah. I got you. So this would be... Or is it just T3, T4 because it's the odd man out? I think they told me what to do and I just don't want to type it. Okay. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. So this would be T0, T1. This all has to be in here. T0, T1. And then T1, T2. T1, T2. And then T2, T3. T2, T3. How did I come up with 5 points on that grid? This feels right, man. T0, T1, T1, T2, T3, T4, T2, T0. Let's try this again. Okay. Let's pretend that they're just where they are. So 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 2, 0. I mean, I'm going to tell you that this is a line. So T2, T0 is actually the odd man out. So let's do T3, T4 here. Is this right? There's so much, man. I also don't know if my syntax is right. That's the part that's kind of messing with me. T0, T1, T1, T2, T3, T4. Unless it is still the odd man out, in which case it would be T2, T0. T2, T0. And then if this is wrong, I'm going to look again at... I'm going to look at these ideas again. So go back to your log. I suspect we're working with parts of a whole, and it looks like they've given us 4 parts in one whole, so we have to make one shape from the 4 graph. But we might not even need one of these graphs. Take a look. If a graph contains a T that doesn't match with any others, then they can't even connect. Yeah, which means it is the 3 and the 4 that's out. Let's figure out how these graphs piece together. And then I'm stuck. Based on the X, we have to supply the graphs that make shape 0. So we enter all 4 graphs we're on our way. All 4 may not be necessary. At least 3 are required to make one shape. But if one graph does not share any T's, then it cannot connect to form the one shape. So, I mean, it would have to be... Because they're points, right? In the end, they're points. So the shape is... I need to look at the syntax on the previous one. Because this is shapes. So the shape itself is the graph of T0. Would this be graphing T1, T0, T1, T2? Is that... Okay, I didn't necessarily expect that. Because this can't have multiple points. But it could be this. And it could be this, but without this. Because it was already in thingies. Okay, you hate me. You hate me. But it's the graphable points. So we can still try graph. And then T0, T1. And then graph T0, T1, T1, T2. And then graph T2, T0. I still don't think this is right either. I'm not sure I'm supposed to put graph in it. So let's get rid of that. And these might need to be comma separated. But I feel like we did this. Did I do this? I get those are the 3. Okay, you got me. Look at this again here. We're working with parts of a whole. So this was at 352.47. And this was at 352.47. Okay, never mind. They're both here. Based on the X, we have to supply the graphs that make shape. So we enter all 4 graphs and we're on our way. We need at least 3 to make one shape, but if one graph does not share any T's, then it cannot connect to form the one shape. Ignore the odd one out when building a transition. It's a syntax issue, man. I need to look at the way they're sending these. So when you're looking for shape, it's graph this, graph. I have to add. I think I need to add the graph 0 and then the graph 1 and then the graph 2. And then is that syntax right? It doesn't need the commas after this. Is this right? Because I feel like that's reasonable. Shape 0 is graph of this. Sorry, there is a comma at the end of these. I missed that. But there's no comma on the last one. This is the exact same syntax they have now. That should be right, man. Graph 0, boop, T0, comma, T1. Close that back. And then this is graph 0, T0, T1. There's no comma on this one, though. Graph 0, T0, T1. Graph 1, T1, T2. Graph... Oh, shoot. It's graph 3, man. Graph 3. I don't believe these commas should be there, but let's try them with the commas first. It's getting the damn syntax right, man. I understand what has to be done. Try this. Do you like this, you alien weenies? I think the comma has to be there, but you hate that too. I know it's right! I know it's right! The shape is 0, and then bleh, which is the graphed shape. T2, T0. Unless you don't even need these. What if it's just the graph part? I mean, is that crazy to think? Graph 0, graph 1, graph 3? Because those are the ones we're graphing? Try 2. Just submit 2. When in doubt, I submit 2. Yeah, it's obviously not right. 0, 1, 3 are the ones that we need. I'm not expecting this either. Yeah. It's gotta be a syntax issue. It has to be. Go back to log on this one. We have to make one shape from the 4 graph. Might not even need one. Let's figure out how these graphs piece together. There we go. Dude, I knew it was like something along those lines. So it's just whatever outer layer of graph we need is what it is. Okay. That's fine. Hey, I mean that puts us at the end of the episode here today. Pretty good, to be honest with you. I'm fairly happy with this. Thanks so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed, as always, liking the video, much appreciated. I'll see you later. Have a good one. Bye-bye.